Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with a Wig and a Prayer. Today we're going to shampoo a wig for you, just to give you some tips and tricks on how to shampoo your human hair wig. I have my wig here on the mannequin head, and I'm going to show you just how to pin this wig into the mannequin. I always like to use just real thin, fine sewing pins. We want to put as small a hole in there as possible. Always pinning into these sturdy edges here. So into the ear tabs is a good spot, and into this nape section down here. Avoiding always the lace area, especially this stretchy lace. If you were to pin into that and then be tugging and pulling on the wig, we don't want to create a hole in the lace. So only into those sturdier areas. And I'm going to take my wet brush first. The wet brushes are nice because they have nice flexible bristles on them, so not going to tear the lace at all or get snagged on anything. So first we're just going to go ahead, start with the underneath and brush out your wig so that it's free of any tangles before we get started washing. Just always, especially on longer wigs, start with the bottom, work your way up. And then sometimes underneath here will be a little more tangly, so just make sure to get all of those tangles out of there before starting with your shampoo. So once you have it all free from tangles, then you're gonna go ahead and put it in your sink. You can just use the kitchen sink, bathroom sink, whatever's available to you, and just set your mannequin head right in there. If you have a hose nozzle sprayer on there, that always works well. I like to use a water temperature that's kind of right in the middle, not too hot, not too cold. Probably a little on the cooler side of warm though, so as not to fade the color. The products that I'm using today are Olaplex products. So I have my shampoo, my conditioner. This is a mask that I like to have people use maybe once a month. Throw this into your regimen with your shampooing in place of your conditioner. So the mask is just going to be left on a little bit longer. I think they recommend 10 minutes for the mask. You could leave it on longer than that for sure, but that's just going to help give that hair some extra moisture. So any added hair is not going to have the same amount of moisture as our own hair because it doesn't have the oils from the scalp. So needs moisture. I think of added hair as being like a sponge. It's like moisture, 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 needs to have more. So these are the two products that I like for styling that we're going to use today. This is the Olaplex number 6. This is Bond Smoother. This helps to smooth out frizziness, fuzziness. It also has a heat protector in there that's going to protect the hair from the heat of your styling tools. And this one is called Bonding Oil. It gives it some strength and shine. And I like to put just like a couple of drops into the Bond Smoother before drying. I'm not using a ton. These products are highly concentrated, so probably I just use like the size of a nickel. And I'm just gonna work that shampoo into the hair, kind of always working the hair top to bottom, just like this. So we're not gonna do like what you normally do on your own hair and really rub and scrub. You're just gonna use this nice straight down motion, keeping the hair going just from top to bottom. If the product is not moving through the hair very well, like you feel like it's just not moving through the hair, instead of adding more shampoo, I want you just to add a little bit more water, and then you can get it to work in there a little bit better. It gets more sudsy if you do that. So this is also long hair. So product wise, you may need a little extra for longer hair and a little less for shorter hair. And then depending on how long it's been since you've shampooed, sometimes hair can be, it can be a little more dirty than other times, so you might need to do 2 shampoos on there. If you feel like the hair is not sudsing up very well, so maybe just do 1 quick shampoo, right? Rinse it out, and then we'll do 2 shampoos. I'm just gonna rinse, squeeze out as much of that, and then just do 1 more shampoo with even a little less product this time because we don't need as much. This product really goes a long way. So this time you can see a lot more suds. Okay, once you've got the shampoo all worked through there, then we're gonna rinse it out really well. Once you get all that shampoo rinsed out, I like to do a little towel dry first. That's gonna help the conditioner soak up into the hair a little bit better if we don't have all that water in there. Once we towel dry just a little bit, then you're gonna take your conditioner. Now conditioner is where you don't wanna skimp on the conditioner, especially with a long-haired wig like this. So I used quite a bit of conditioner, probably like at least the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit more than that with this. Now we start on long hair, we start with the bottom and work our way up. What you don't want to take is a big glob of conditioner and put it right at the cap, because these are hand-tied knots and we don't want that slip to loosen any of those knots from the conditioner. So start with the bottom and work your way up, always still using that top to bottom motion and keeping the hair strand going from top to bottom. So just making sure that that conditioner gets on every part of the hair. Then you could leave this conditioner on for a bit. You could leave it on for 10 minutes, come back. You could put it back on, leave it overnight if you wanted, if it was feeling a little bit dry. So you're not gonna hurt the hair by leaving the conditioner on there for a little bit. But I would say at least leaving the conditioner on for a good 5 minutes before you rinse it out. Go ahead and rinse the conditioner all out. Make sure you get all the product out of the hair. It's a little trickier with longer hair especially, but just really make sure you lift that mannequin up and get everything out. Once you do a really good thorough rinse of the hair, then I'm gonna have you remove those pins and rinse the inside of the cap, just to make sure that you get all the product off of the inside of the cap too. So a good rule of thumb is rinse, 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 and rinse a little bit more. So I'm gonna remove those pins and just flip the inside of the cap and rinse the inside. So once you rinse really well, then you're just gonna squeeze the water out. Place your wig in the towel, wrap it up, and just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get as much of the water out of there as you can. So no wringing, twisting, but just squeezing. So get as much water out as you can. That'll just make your job easier when you go to blow dry. Then you'll go ahead and pin back to your mannequin head. Take your wet brush and just do a nice comb through. And that is your shampoo for your human hair wig. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments and I'll see you on the next one.